Hello everybody, it's me Martin, and finally I bought myself a new PC. And what's the first game is going to be? Of course, Mafia, City of Lost Heaven, the original version, and then the sequel Mafia 2 and the Definitive Edition, so that I can compare at least the original and the remake of it as soon as possible. Of course, between the two games I play Mafia 2 for one reason, because it's my favorite game out of the franchise. Of course, I could make a playthrough for Mafia 3 and then later the Old Country, but Mafia 3 for me is very repetitive, even though the setting is really good. I love the city and overall the 1960s world, but how the missions were given by the player, they were basically like side missions preferred to be primary ones, and I wasn't a fan of it, I'm sorry. Neither the story or the characters weren't very interesting, I'm sorry. And about the Old Country, I don't think that's a very good game, or even as a Mafia game, but if I play the Definitive Edition, it will be a great compare why do I prefer that game over the most recent Mafia title, and why do I prefer Mafia 1 and 2 over every other game in the whole franchise. So this playthrough will be a little bit clunky, so as Mafia 1 is. Well, as you can see, if I record the game on OBS in game mode, if I can say that, if that's the proper way, because I run OBS in Hungarian, not in English. So the point is that I'm going to run the game on 30 FPS, even though that's how I upload usually videos, even on this new PC. But the point is that if I record this game on screen mode, for example, then the FPS goes up to 60, as I usually play this game without recording it, making any footage of it. But the screen itself does not appear, only the audio. So yeah, so if I want to have the game being watched and properly recorded, I have to play it on game mode, but for some reason it drops FPS to 30, which isn't a problem for you guys, but it's going to be interesting for me. So yeah, just let's play the game and hope for the best, I suppose. I mean, yes, this is Mafia, the first, I'm not saying movie game, because that goes to another world, Heart of Darkness or even Prince of Persia, I think. But this is the game that made this genre mainstream. So what I mean that why Mafia 1 is a bit clunky, I think the checkpoints are a little bit far away from each, and the gunplay is a little bit weird, but in a good way. As you can, as you know, Tommy Angelo, the protagonist of this game, isn't a World War veteran, to say the least. So it's going to be difficult for him to use guns that he never had before in his hands. So I think that's authentic. And I know the Definitive Edition expands a lot of things, especially about the characters, but I didn't like how Tommy was portrayed in that version, but I'll talk about it when the time comes for that game. So yes, the old not the Old Country, that can wait. I have plans to actually make that game, or just record it, but again, for another time, maybe when it's going to be discounted. So yeah, City of Lost Heaven. How can I describe it a bit? Visually, this game looks great. The facial expressions, the city, the vehicles, they look authentic for the time that it takes place, and the textures looked great as well. I know that some older games attempted to make it as realistic as possible. Well, it wasn't the case for Mafia 1, in terms of it aged terrible, like other realistic looking games, or for example Operation Flashpoint. I think that game's graphics really affected by time. So yeah, Metaphone, all I does sold. I really love that game, of course. I should make a playthrough about it, at least the main game, not the DLCs. I have plans for them, especially for Spearhead, I guess. But again, the facial expression for that game aged, didn't age well. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. While Mafia City of Lost Heaven, I think the animations are great. Sure, you can say a lot of things about the graphics, but I think this is the ones where the experiment got better. Or I don't think the graphics aged too much, I believe. How can I say? Mafia 2 had more cartoonish looking characters, I suppose, than 1 did. But I have no problem with these two games. I also believe that Mafia 1 had a way more realistic approach through storytelling, and I love the interactions because this isn't an open world game, but physics, for example, and controlling the vehicles or the cars. Mafia 2 does a lot of things great, but I think the story undermines 1, I suppose, and it felt really short, but again, I'm going to talk about that game once I start playing it too. So yeah, Tommy Angelo heading to the coffee shop.
Detective Norman, can I join you? Sorry for the delay, but I didn't want anybody seeing me, if you know what I mean.
What can I get you, sir?
Just a coffee.
Coming right up.
It's not my habit to sit with people like you.
Got a business proposition for you, Detective.
I ain't no businessman. And even if I were, I wouldn't be doing business with the likes of you.
I don't usually do business with your kind either. But this is a bit of a strange deal. Good for you and your superiors, and good for me. It concerns a certain kind of trade.
Trade?
Well, let's just say that I hold a high position in a not-so-legal organization. It's just the kind of organization people such as yourself would like to know a lot about. And I, on the other hand, for certain reasons don't want...
Your coffee, sir.
Thanks. I have my own personal reasons why I don't want to be associated with this organization. It ain't too easy to leave this kind of business, if you know what I mean.
I think I know where you're coming from. You'll get a bullet in your head if you don't disappear quickly, right?
That's not the only reason. Got any kids, Detective? I've got a wife and daughter. I don't want them to have any problems because of me.
Yeah, well, I ain't just gonna hand out protection to any wop crook. You should have thought about them kids before, 'cause I...
Sure. Listen, I don't want something for nothing. So here's the deal. Does the name Salieri mean anything to you?
Salieri? It damn well does. You got something in common with him?
You could say that. I've worked for him for several years. Now he wants to rub me out. If you protect my family and me, I'll tell you everything. Names, dates, accounts, everything. Enough to put him away for life.
I ain't Santa Claus. If I go to the chief with this, I need to know everything you know. And I have to be sure you'll testify in court.
Sure. If you ain't in a hurry, I'll tell you my whole story, and all the deals I worked on over the years.
Okay. I've got time, and I'm listening.
Okay, so this is the beginning of a game that has 20 chapters, and I don't want to do any side missions. For example, Lucas Berton. I want to ignore these guys as far as possible in this playthrough. It will take too
I
much
used
time.
to be a taxi driver. Even though I wasn't making much and I worked from dawn to dusk, I was glad to be working.
If I'm right, I can... no. I'll wait for the cutscene. I got to change some
It was a bad time,
graphics
and some other people were
options.
worse off than me.
That's very simple why. Every time I restart the game, or... yeah, start the game...
It was that very taxi that drew Salieri's people to me in the first place.
so when I open the game, the graphics settings always change something back to its original form. And it's setting the level of detail. And I keep forgetting put it back to the bar at its peak.
One day I was on my break and I was just hanging out. Suddenly I heard a tremendous crash.
Sam! They got me! Damn it!
Climb up and move. There's a taxi. We'll be okay.
It was clear to me that these guys had to get out of there fast, so I thought it was best to cooperate, rather than ending up with a hole in my head.
Move it. Come on.
Where to?
Anywhere! Fast! I hope you're damn fast. Faster than Sam here was.
I burned rubber out of there like a bat out of hell. It didn't matter where, just away from those gentlemen who were chasing my new customers.
Now listen, Kate.
Alright, so let's see. Level of details up to the max, and everything will be fine. And the sounds, well, I might decrease a little bit because some of the voice lines during driving or dialogues are really quiet because it's
Carefully.
placed
Gotta
on
shake
the
these clowns behind us. If you
players,
don't do it, then
I
we're
mean
done
the
for. That
characters.
includes you. Step
So
on
it's
it,
not
kid.
like the sound file plays
We're
independently.
finished.
How far am I from them, or the camera at least? Maybe this is the only time in the game. Other than that, if I put the camera as far as possible, yeah, where I was playing it right now, you wouldn't hear them much. Come on.
Oh!
Did I kill them? Also, there's a really weird bug. Sometimes if I restart the game,
What, another bag full of holes or what?
the chase music
I'm
just
trying,
disappears.
but this ain't no race
So I have to
car.
press
shoot your
escape
head off.
to actually
I'll
play the
kill you.
music, which is
Try this
really
for
an odd
size.
thing. But for example, what can I say?
Try
It's an
this
old
for
game,
size.
and it might act a bit
shoot your head
clunky
off.
on Windows 11. So what,
You
should
think
I
I want to get knocked off? I'm trying.
leave this area alone? Alright. I didn't follow my side, so I think I made it correctly. Properly. Yes.
Great! We made it!
Alright.
Good work, brother. Now take us to Salieri's bar. I'll show you the way.
Sure, no problem, but I got to change the settings again for the controls because the game forgets certain options. And I'm sure these problems were a thing on my old PC too. I mean, yeah, sure, I should have recorded the tutorial for this game, but again, I want to complete this game as soon as possible, so as with Mafia 2, because I haven't played the Definitive Edition on PC before. I made some tests and I completed a few missions just to test how that game runs on my new PC, and there was one problem. I set the settings on max and it ran pretty well above 100 FPS, unlike this classic original version. And so I did the first two missions, no problem. Then I went to sleep, and by tomorrow, I think it was Sunday early morning, maybe 7 AM, and the whole screen was super blurry. It might have been the first mission, so it was very blurry. I couldn't see anything except the HUD, and still the game ran on 60 FPS, not 60 or 100. What I mean is that it wasn't lagging, it didn't act unstable or anything, but I didn't like that visual style. So I just loaded the save or the checkpoint, which was the beginning of the mission, and then
You ain't
some
lost by chance.
I ain't lost. Relax. What is your name? Oh god. Paulie. So I restart the mission, and then some white stripes appeared on my screen and squares, and I was really concerned, and then the game just rebooted itself. So there was one where I said, okay, this game is really weird and sketchy, or maybe it messed up my video card, so I decided to put the game on medium settings, and I hope it won't ever happen again, because I registered a website where I can compare my hardware to other games, how it will run, and it didn't have any reference that would say that crashes might happen. So I hope when I make a playthrough it won't happen, or it was just a one thing. Because I also bought Red Dead Redemption 2 recently, and I might want to wait. I might record for some footage for that game too, and I hope it won't happen this incident again with that
Finally,
game
we're
too.
home. Wait here, friend. Sam will get you a little something from Mr. Salieri. Thanks for your help.
Mr. Salieri would like to thank you as well as myself and Paulie. It's compensation for the damage to your car and your services. It should be enough.
Yes, of course. Thanks. Give my regards to Mr. Salieri.
Mr. Salieri wants you to know that he is very grateful to you. If you ever need anything, you can come back and ask for help, because Mr. Salieri doesn't forget about friends who have helped him out.
I see.
If you're interested, maybe we could find a job for you here, and it would pay well. We always have positions for guys as good as you.
Okay, okay. I'll think about it. Thanks. Really thanks. I'd better go to fix the car and so on.
All right. I understand. Just think about it. And I hope it's clear that this matter is only between ourselves. You take care, kid.
I love the voice acting. It was a really accurate reaction from
When
Tommy.
I opened the envelope, I almost had a heart attack. There was more than it would cost to do the repairs. But I didn't for a minute think about their offer. I didn't want to join some criminals, even if they had all the money in the world. It's better to be poor and alive than rich and dead, right? I was going to get my cab repaired and try to forget it all as soon as possible. As my mother always said, you can never predict what God has in store for you.
Yeah. I'm sure videos are going to be a little bit longer here than in 13 compared to the previous.
Hey, could you take me to the church downtown, please?
Okay, okay.
Well, I'm here. I got to drive carefully. The good thing that I was complaining about, that some of the checkpoints are really far away from them, is that here each passenger is basically a checkpoint itself, so it's not a big problem. At least I can practice driving properly without getting arrested by cops. Oh, also this game has strict rules. So for example, I could run under the red light as long as there are no cops on the sidewalks, because they can be at any moment, and then I have to pay the fine, which isn't a fun thing to do, or causing
Ow!
crashes.
Do you want to kill me?
Yeah, that's a good question. So yeah, that is a fairly boring mission, but it kind of describes what life Tommy had before, you know, things improved in his life. Actually, one thing that I really prefer in the Definitive Edition, or they got it right, is the radio in cars. I mean, I don't know if it was a thing back in the 1930s, but that really added more life in this game, into that game. The problem is that I don't hear any background music, as you can hear, which makes driving a little bit tedious, but it's still the best part of the game because I have no problems with the physics. Maybe it's because I played GTA 4 a lot of times prior to this title.
Okay,
so,
drop me off here at the steps.
Ooh, you sound aggressive. So because I got used to the more grounded way to handle cars.
Thanks. Here's the fare.
Alright. The game was saved, which is a good sign. Maybe I do two chapters in each mission and
No problem.
really that's it. I didn't even try out my program to edit these videos. But I'll see how it goes. Wait, where do you want to go? Hospital, alright, no problem. Also, the passengers in Definite Edition are a little bit different. And the personality. And yes, another thing that the Definite Edition did right, conversations. In the original version, that's what happens. People get in your car, maybe they told you where to go and what is going to be, but there isn't any deeper conversation. Maybe because they wanted to limit the dialogue for optimization reasons, save more space. If I'm right, Mafia wasn't actually didn't want to be actually a crime game. It was supposed to be some kind of ancient car racing game, but the idea improved to be a driver-like criminal game. That didn't work out, and then they made this what we know now.
Here it is. Drop me off in front of the entrance.
Here we are, sir.
Thanks. Here's the fare.
Alright, here comes a lady.
I'm lucky you're here. I need to get to the theater on Central Island. Take the Giuliano Bridge so that we can get there quickly.
Whatever you want.
Well, here I am. Let's go. So I need to be quick and fast.
Here it is. Drop me off here at the corner. Here's the money. Goodbye.
Bye. Come on, dude. I also feel like that the map in Mafia 1 is way bigger than compared to 2, Empire Bay.
What the hell have you done? I ain't going no further with you.
Oh no! And that's why it's a good thing that each passenger is a checkpoint.
Try slower.
You ain't scared, are you?
Slow down a little.
No problem. We're doing fine.
I mean, yeah, he has rights to be scared. He doesn't want to get caught by the cops. And that's an actually new dialogue that I haven't heard before. Alright. Well, I'm at the
There you
cross.
go. Keep the change.
Alright. Have a nice day. And he's going to be my last passenger.
I need to get to the department store car lot in Little Italy. Can you take me there?
No problem. Get in.
Go across the Giuliano Bridge and then through the tunnel. It's the shortest way.
Through the tunnel. Alright. Okay.
Drop me off at the car lot.
This one? I'm in the car lot. What is your problem? Oh, what, is it too early?
This should cover it. Keep the change.
Sure, no problem. Oh, look at those windows.
I need a coffee break.
Yeah. Running Man.
I had a cup of coffee and relaxed in the car. While I was waiting to see if I could get another customer, I noticed I wasn't far from Salieri's bar.
Well, it's Little Italy.
Jesus.
We got you, you little rat. Mr. Morello's pretty angry with you. We're gonna have to teach you a little lesson so you remember that it ain't right.
Those bastards remembered the license plate of my car and took it on themselves to hunt me down.
Lou here'll fix your face a little.
I'm not a fan of this. I'm out of here. And I don't hear any.
It was clear
chase
to me
music.
that I had to get out of there fast. I couldn't handle that animal on my own. I said to myself that now was probably the right moment for Mr. Salieri to show his gratitude. Salieri's bar was just down the street, and the sight of it was certainly a lot nicer than a baseball bat to my head.
Yeah, there isn't any single music during the chase. It should have been something but played in the cutscene. But then the game will be repetitive for using every single... No. Using one music for every single action-paced time and green arrows.
Where the hell is she? I said 3 o'clock.
So yeah, this is the low-income part of the town, and I don't know where to go. Okay, I think I made the right direction. Oh no! People are really onto me.
Well, he said he'd finally have
Ow!
Leave it alone, Marie.
Oh my God, Joe.
Where is he? He said to meet him at 3 in the past.
Oh, okay, I got the bar. A familiar place. I got 18 HP left. Let's go. Oh no. Well, so much about them. No witnesses. Nobody's coming in, which means I can close the restaurant.
Salieri's boys saved my skin that time, but I certainly wasn't in a good situation. I had paid off my debts for the car repairs, but my boss didn't want to employ anyone who's in the mob. It just wasn't good business. When I saw the fancy getup of Salieri's boys, I thought that it can't be too bad to work for them. Besides, I had nothing to lose. Morello was out to get me, so driving a cab wasn't the best job. Plus, the prospect of Salieri's dough wasn't so terrible. So like I always say, better to die young and loaded.
Tough times. Okay, Molotov party. I'll watch the cutscene and then I'll continue the playthrough from that mission.
But I'm a reasonable person. What do they call you, son?
Thomas Angelo.
I've decided to give you a shot, Tommy. I like new faces. We're one big family here. You already know Paulie and Sam? Frank here is my right hand, and looks after the legal side of our business. The one behind the bar is Luigi. This business ain't easy to swallow, but Luigi's a wonderful cook. Paul will introduce you to Vincenzo and Ralph. There are a lot of us, but those should be enough for now. Now listen, and listen good. We have some rules around here. Don't cross paths with the cops. They're on our payroll, so they'll leave you alone. But if you go too far, they'll all come after you. Money or no money. If they ever pick you up, say nothing, and I will take care of you. I show my gratitude to those people that helped me, and there aren't many left who betrayed me. Capiche?
Yes, Mr. Salieri.
I'm glad. Today I'll give you a chance to get back at those bastards who wrecked your taxi. We'll see what you're made of. Morello has a bar where all his gorillas go. They all have their cars parked behind the fence next to the bar. If you're good, they won't be there tomorrow morning. Paulie'll go with you just in case. Go see Vincenzo for equipment and Ralph for some wheels.
I wouldn't trust him so much. He seemed hesitant. He's just accepting now because he has no choice.
We'll see, Frank. We'll see. I'm more concerned about what Morello's problem is. Does he really want to start a war?
Yeah, good questions, Mr. Salieri.
Vincenzo's the Don's gun expert. They've known each other since they were kids. Can get you whatever you want. Tommy guns to cannons. Then he can set you up. I always pay him a visit before a job. Buongiorno, Vincenzo.
Ciao, Paulie.
This here's Tom. Just started up with us.
Pleased to meet you, Tom. What can I do for the both of you?
We got a job to do. We need something to write off a few cars.
This classic piece of sports equipment should do the job, and if not, I've mixed up a few cocktails. Careful with them, though.
Thanks a lot, Vincenzo.
Bring back the bat. It's my nephew's.
Sure thing.
Okay, so we have our gun specialist here.
Ralph will introduce you to is a complete idiot, but he's got a special way with cars. I don't get how such a moron could know anything about anything. But that's the way it goes sometimes.
Visit. How you all doing, Paulie?
Hey, Ralphie.
Yeah, I see you're still limping, so we got two cripples working here.
That's right, but I ain't a fool.
Uh-huh.
Ralph, this is Tom. If you bring him a stolen car, Tommy, he'll make it your own, and no one will know the difference. Ralph, Tom and me have a job to do. You're supposed to have some wheels for us?
Right. Here it is. It ain't no hot rod, but it should really do for you.
Thanks, Ralphie. Let's go.
Okay, so we got our car and equipment for this little revenge of ours, but not now. I think that will be fine for this video, and I'll try to edit it and then continue with the rest of the chapters for this title. But yeah, we'll see what will happen and see you guys later.